Our second story of the day here is Ricky Gervais, and has 2 words when asked about hosting 2023 Golden Globes. I love this guy when he hosts because he rips the celebrities a new one. All these elites that think they're above everybody else are getting ripped a new bumhole, folks, by Ricky Gervais. He's hosted it multiple times. He's done a fabulous job. He pissed a lot of people off because, look, you can't make fun of them. If you make fun of them, all of a sudden you're the bad guy because they're supposed to be untouchable. They're different than us. You see, folks, they're up here. You're just another peasant, and you're just down at the bottoms in the freaking swamps while they're in the castle eating good. So Ricky Gervais responded with 2 words on Sunday afternoon after someone on Twitter suggested that comedian host the 2023 Golden Globe Awards show. Now, do you think he's going to host it, or do you think he's not going to host it? And I'll help you kind of have a little bit of a guess here. Based on what you saw with Chris Rock and Will Smith, what you see with all these hosts like Kevin, I forget his last name, he's kind of the short guy, he's a black guy, Kevin Hart, being ousted and having to apologize multiple times for things he said and done in the past. Do you think Ricky Gervais is going to want to do it? I'll tell you what he said. He said, F that. That was his tweet. F that with a emoji of a laughing / crying face because he's hysterically laughing. F that, the 61-year-old British actor tweeted along with a crying / laughing emoji face in response to a tweet that read, if you wish, at Ricky Gervais would host the Golden Globes again in 2023, basically asking people to retweet it. The post also included just a smidge of the hilariously brutal NSFW, not safe for work, comments he made during his performance in 2020 when he was the MC of the annual show, best host of the Golden Globes by far. Earlier this year, the Office star reportedly told an audience in London that he wouldn't have made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head if he had hosted the Oscars, but would have made wisecracks about her boyfriend instead. Quote, I'll get it out of the way, the Ghost Town star shared. I have not got any Will Smith material. I trended when that happened and I was not even there. What has it got to do with me? He added. People were going, what would have happened if Ricky Gervais had been doing it, hosting Oscars? That's a great question because Ricky Gervais, I felt went way harder in the paint when he hosted the Golden Globes compared to Chris Rock in terms of what he said at the Oscars. And it's all a joke. But again, because these people are so caught up in their own head, in their own realm, that they are not even capable anymore of actually seeing how other people live. That's why California is so different, because we're so stuck in our own milieu that we don't realize how actual middle America lives. You see this in the border states as well in terms of the coastal areas like New York City. They're so caught up in their own realm. That's why they vote for the things they vote for. And they're so confused that when it starts going south, they can't fathom it. In the same way, Will Smith struggled fathoming that people were giving him backlash of him slapping Chris Rock on live TV across the face because he's lived up here for so long. He's been so far removed from kind of the base of just general America and how people live and how people are treated that he was struggling, that he couldn't fathom that people were giving pushback at all. Well, nothing as I would not have made a joke about his wife's hair, Gervais continued. I would have made a joke about her boyfriend. The Afterlife star famously hosted the Golden Globes 5 times, and his opening monologue from 2020 going viral after he took a sledgehammer to celebrities and big tech companies for their hypocrisy. The uncensored monologue from the 2020 Golden Globes has been seen below with cuts from Gervais's No Holds Bar segment, and he did not hold back, folks. To open the show, Gervais said it would be the last time he planned to host the Golden Globes or any award shows, sharing that he doesn't care anymore. I'm joking, I never did. I'm joking, I never did. NBC clearly don't care either. 5th time. I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars for some offensive tweets. Hello? He closed out the segment by telling stars not to use the platform to make a political speech, noting that they weren't in any position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. Screw you. You guys are going to blow up the world. I love Ricky Gervais. So if you win, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and F off, okay? I love Ricky Gervais. I do wish he would host at 2023, but I get that he doesn't want to, and who would want to host anymore? That's why they get all these leftist liberals now hosting these award shows and saying they're still their political comments, going after the right, global warming this, climate change that, pushing their agenda. They're going to continue to do it here. So unfortunately, as of now, Ricky Gervais is not going to host 2023. And I'd be surprised if you don't really see any good comedians hosting any award shows anymore, because all it is backlash. Nothing but having to apologize for something you said 20 years ago or 30 years or 50 or 40 years. Look, they went after John Wayne. The guy's been dead. I mean, they're literally going after dead people. So why the hell would you put yourself in the spotlight like that and even bother doing it? Because some dude in his mom's basement, some progressive leftist snowflake, is going to dig up some old tweet or some old thing you did and try to bring it about, make you apologize for it again, as if nobody's ever done anything wrong in their entire life. The progressive left is so toxic with this country. I'm so tired of them. They got nothing better to do. They can't make their own life better, so they got to go dig up and go after guys. Dead guys or not, they're constantly going after other people rather than making their own perfectionist lives better. They got to go again after people like Ricky Gervais, Kevin Hart, and others. Rather than, why don't you pick on your own people like maybe Will Smith? Y'all gave him a standing ovation after he won the Oscars. I'm part of the SAG Awards, or at least part of the Screen Actors Guild, I should say. I wouldn't have stand for him. I'm never going to see one of those guys' movies again. Unless he fixes his tune, he apologized, but it didn't seem legit to me. I can rant and rave about this for freaking hours. But there you have it. Ricky Gervais ain't going to do it, so we lost another good host. Kevin Hart's not going to do anything anymore. He was asked to do the Oscars. He ain't doing it again. Chris Rock, that guy ain't doing the Oscars ever again as well. So everything's just going down in the dumps, which I know all of you aren't surprised with. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.